Alicia here with another Lightened Up Weight Watcher friendly recipe. And today's recipe is a perfect one for those Thanksgiving turkey leftovers. And I like to call this Thanksgiving dinner casserole because that's essentially what it is like. It's like having Thanksgiving dinner in a casserole form. Or another way to look at it is it's using your Thanksgiving leftovers in a casserole. But I love this one. I've been making it for years, and so I thought I would share it with you guys. Now for me, I'm just using my turkey leftovers, but you could absolutely use your stuffing and mashed potatoes leftovers. If you have those, you're gonna want to use a lighter version of them, of course. And when I do Thanksgiving dinner, I don't typically make my mashed potatoes and my stuffing on the lighter side. I usually do the full calorie version, so those would not work in this. Plus, we don't usually have a lot of those left over to begin with. So again, I'm just using my turkey. So let me start off by going over ingredients real quick. First off, I've got a pound of chopped up turkey breast here. Now we smoke our turkey. And so if you notice a little bit of pink hue on some of that meat, it is fully cooked. What happens when you smoke a turkey is you'll get a smoke ring on the outside of it, which looks pink, and then also around where the bone is. So did want to mention that just so you know my turkey is fully cooked, but you will need a pound of chopped up turkey breast. Next up, you're going to need some light butter spread. Today I'm going to be using this Land O'Lakes, and I'm going to be using 3 tablespoons of this total, 1 to saute my veggies in. Next, you're going to need some fat-free Greek yogurt, 3/4 cup total, 1/4 cup for the turkey mixture in this, and then a 1/2 cup for the mashed potatoes. I'm going to be adding a little bit of cheese to this, 3/4 cup of this reduced fat sharp cheddar cheese. For the stuffing, I'm going to just do the easy route here and use stovetop, a 6-ounce box of this. And then you're also going to need some chicken broth for that. I've got 1.5 cups of that there. And then in here I've got about a 1/2 cup diced yellow onion and a 1/2 cup diced celery. You definitely don't have to add that to your stuffing if you don't want to, but I like to have a little veggie in there, so I like to add it to mine. Next up, you're gonna need 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, 98% fat-free. You're gonna need 2 pounds of potatoes that are diced up. I used roughly 6 medium potatoes to get my 2 pounds, and the 2-pound weight is after they've been peeled and chopped like this. Next, you're gonna need a little bit of granulated garlic or garlic powder, about a teaspoon, probably about 1/2 teaspoon salt for your potatoes, and 1/4 teaspoon or so black pepper for your potatoes. That's all kind of to taste. And then finally, I've got some cooking spray for my baking dish, and that is everything that you're gonna need to make this. So first off, I've got a pot here that I'm gonna steam my potatoes in. So I'm just gonna add these in and let those steam until they're fork tender. And while those potatoes are going in a medium-sized pot, I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of my light butter spread. And I'm gonna just let that melt in there. Now I'm gonna add in my celery and onion and just cook that in there until those are both softened. I've been cooking the celery and onions about 7-8 minutes now, and they're softened up. So now I'm gonna add in my chicken broth. Increase my heat a little bit to medium-high, and then I'm gonna let this come to a boil. This has come to a boil, and I'm gonna add in my stuffing. Stir that in. Now I'm gonna remove this from the heat, and I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes. So now in a large bowl, I'm gonna add in my turkey breast, my 2 cans of soup, 1/4 cup Greek yogurt, and you could use fat-free sour cream too, if you would like, teaspoon granulated garlic, and then I'm gonna just stir all of that together really well. Like that. It's been 5 minutes, and you're supposed to fluff this with the fork, but I do not have anything but metal forks, and I have a Teflon coating in here, so I'm gonna just fluff this with my spoon the best that I can. So now I'm gonna take a 13x9 casserole dish, and I give it a good spray with my cooking spray. And then I'm gonna pour in my dressing. Now I'm gonna just kind of spread this out into the bottom of my dish the best that I can. Okay, now I'm gonna pour my turkey mixture over this. Now I'm gonna just kind of try and smooth this out as evenly on here as I can. All right, now we will do the mashed potatoes up. Got my potatoes here drained, and they took about 10 to 12 minutes, I believe. Of course, that's gonna vary depending on the size that you cut them in, but now I'm gonna add in my 1/2 cup Greek yogurt to those, and my 2 tablespoons of that light butter spread. Add a little bit of salt to start with. Again, this is all gonna be to taste, as well as a little freshly cracked black pepper, again, to taste. I'm gonna start off with that and then see how it's tasting. So now I'm gonna just mash all these together. Got these all mashed and seasoned with the salt and pepper to kind of our liking. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna put them on top of my turkey mixture. I'm gonna just kind of try and spread these out as evenly as I can on top here. Switch to my spatula because it'll work a little bit easier. This is always a little bit tricky to get these on here without smushing them down into the turkey mixture, but spatula works pretty well. And honestly, you could probably get away with using about half this amount of potatoes if you didn't want all the extra carbs, points. But I love potatoes, so I like to have a nice layer on here. Okay, this is now ready for the cheese. Got my 3/4 cup of cheese here, and I'm gonna just sprinkle this on the top as evenly as I can. All right, this is now ready to go into my preheated oven at 350 uncovered for around 30-35 minutes. I'm gonna start checking it just under 30 though. But you're just looking for that cheese to be nice and melted, and you're gonna see a little bit of bubbling around the edges as well. I baked this just at 28 minutes. It's looking done. It was starting to kind of bubble up in the edges there. I don't know if you can tell at all. My lighting is not the best, but cheese is nice and melted, and it was starting to kind of bubble, like I said, on the edges. So it is done. So what I'm gonna do now is let it sit for a few minutes, and then I will cut into it. All right, I've got a serving of this cut out. I'll show you what it looks like inside here. Hopefully that's picking up. See what it looks like inside. A serving of this, I've got it factored in at 8. You could make them smaller if you wanted for less points. But as I have it at an 1/8 of the total, it is 8 points. But I think it's worth every one of those 8 points because this is just delicious as far as I'm concerned. It's like ultimate comfort food, but I absolutely love this one. So like I said, I wanted to share it with you guys. All right, I ended up getting my hubs here. He was around, I didn't think he was. So we'll have him give it a little tasty taste.
Looks wonderful.
It smells wonderful, and I'm really hungry right now, but I'm still fasting, so I can't eat it. Good?
Yeah.
Did you do a little, did I miss the little shimmy you did?
You did.
Ah, darn it. And I have to preface this with, he does not like dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's stuffing if it's in a bird and dressing if it's not. Is that the definition?
That makes sense.
Or the definitive deciding thing there?
So the cheese and potatoes, I mean, you can't go wrong
like
there.
I said, comfort food, right?
Yeah. The smoke on the turkey is really pairing well with the potatoes.
Oh, good.
I can't even taste this dressing.
Oh, you can't? That's funny because I mean, there's a whole box in there. Now you can.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like Thanksgiving in a casserole, essentially.
That's awesome.
All right. So 8 points. Sorry, you just took a bite. I'll give you a second.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really hearty. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're gonna feel like you're lacking if you eat it.
That's what I think. For what you're getting, I said the 8 points, it's worth every one of them as far as I'm concerned. But this is like my ultimate kind of go-to comfort food. It's like all perfect things into one casserole, kind of like you.
Oh.
In casserole form.
I
got you first.
Just a casserole. That's all I am to you.
All right.
Yeah, the smoked turkey.
With the smoked turkey? Yeah, that's, you know, it's not always smoked turkey, I guess. That being said, I think just a regular turkey, it definitely works in here too. The smoked, we love the smoked turkeys.
Yeah, it's just a different...
We're kind of partial to those.
It's just a different option you can go with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not making the dish.
No. All right, guys, that was Thanksgiving dinner casserole. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.